Alright, so don't stop till you get enough. This is a great way to practice single note muted funk picking. Alright, so one of the most important things to be able to get this thing right here is the left hand muting. Now if I want to hear a muted string like that, I'm just going to release pressure from my note, but do not lift the finger off the string. That's very important. Just release and put it back down when you want to hear that note. Now on this particular rhythm, the muted notes are pretty much just as loud as the picked notes. So make sure you don't lighten up and you keep the picking intensity equal velocity, whether you're picking a fretted note or a muted note. Alright, now with your right hand picking, most of the time I'm going to keep my wrist really rigid and then just move real slight motions at the elbow. See, I'm not really moving at the wrist like that. Just for me, I cannot keep up with that tempo if I'm moving at the wrist, and I think you're going to probably find the same thing. So I'm moving at the elbow, small motions. Okay, so let's go ahead and break down this rhythmic pattern. Alright, so there's only 3 notes that we're going to be picking. The B note there at the 4th fret, the A note at the 2nd fret, and the F sharp note at the 4th fret on the D string. I'm going to play this real slow with a metronome at 55 BPM. At first, I'm only going to play that first measure. 3, 4. That was the figure right there. Let's do it again. If you're having difficulty at all, just start by finding your 16th notes just on the dead strings. Let's do it again. And as you can tell, I'm muting down here with my right hand, staying pretty close to the bridge. If I'm too far forward, those muted notes are going to sound too dead. That's too far forward. So get it back a little bit more towards the bridge and they're going to ring through a little bit better. Again, first measure. Again. Just the first measure. Alright, I'm going to do the second measure now, which is almost the same thing as the first measure. Just one note different. 3, 4. Alright, now we're going to try the full rhythm. It's a 2-bar pattern that we are going to repeat. 3, 4. And repeat. Keep your wrist rigid. Alright, as I mentioned earlier, the tempo of the original track is 120 beats per minute, which is pretty cooking. So we're going to just kind of gradually move up there. This time, we're going to play it with a metronome at 70 BPM. Here we go. Alright, now we're going to try it at 90 BPM here. 90 BPM on the metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it 4 more times. Alright, if you can get it up to that 90 BPM, then I suggest kind of gradually easing up to 120, each time adding about 5 BPM. So next try it at 95, then try it at 100. Making sure you keep locked in with that metronome, keep that wrist rigid, a light hand touch on the left hand. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it sounds with the backing track at 120.